Welcome back to another video with Lovely Ray. And if this is your first time, please go back and look at my other videos. I know, before you judge me, it's been a long time since I put out a video, but in my defense, I have moved across country, and first and foremost, I had another baby. Yes, that makes 3. I've had 3 babies now. And all natural midwifing, and if you're wondering about that, I have other videos. Check it out in case you are preggers right now and want to check that out. That's not what this video is about. This video is about the life-changing thing of moving across country. I currently reside in Georgia. I did live in Colorado before, and we left the city, the Denver metro area, for greener pastures, because of course the grass is always greener on the other side. And we left cold Colorado, colorful Colorado, for the ground never freezes in Georgia. And we did that in 2021, the prime moving season, that back when interest rates were really low and people were getting 2%. No, we didn't get 2%. I wish. But we did get a good interest rate, better than what people unfortunately are getting now. Back then you could afford a lot more house, and houses weren't as crazily priced as they are now. So you're probably wondering, why leave colorful, beautiful Colorado for Georgia? And we left for different reasons, some being my husband's family, some being I was sick of the cold, and I was sick of shoveling, and we were just sick of our lifestyle. We wanted to venture out and have that community. You know how they say it takes a tribe, it takes a community to raise children. And at that time, I had just had my baby. Actually, I signed for the house the day I gave birth. Yes, I gave birth in the morning, and then I signed the paperwork that afternoon. I was dedicated to moving. But things didn't go as planned. Now, when I say Colorado is cold and this and that, don't get me wrong. Colorado, in many ways, I do feel, not just in real estate prices, how they keep a higher price, but the culture out there is phenomenal. The lifestyle people live, the active lifestyle people have, all of that is wonderful in Colorado. And also the real estate agents are superb out there. I've never had personally too many bad run-ins with real estate agents out there. To Marilyn McFall and her husband Larry, shout out to you guys. You still give me the best real estate agent experience I've ever had. Unfortunately, Georgia is called a buyer beware state, and I would say I know exactly why now. Every single real estate agent I have had the misfortune of dealing with in the purchase of our new home has been atrocious or mediocre at best. And, you know, from the very first real estate agent I got into contact with to the second real estate agent who she passed me off to when she realized I didn't want to go to North Georgia. I wanted to be more centralized around the Atlanta area, maybe a little south. She passed me off to a rookie who was blasé, and then didn't like her, actually never really signed a contract. Got in a contract with another real estate agent, and she was atrocious. She tried to sell us a terrible house, just to put it in layman's terms. She tried to sell us a lemon house, and my husband flew out and came back home the same day. So he flew out from Denver, landed in Atlanta, rented a car, saw the house we actually put an offer in on, we were doing our due diligence on, and he told her, yeah, she's not gonna be happy. And I wasn't. And we got a contract with her. She tried to keep us in a contract with her. I had to contact this woman's broker to get her off of our future finances and future investments. And then we went on to lovely YouTube and found another realtor who also sold us down the river. And when he sold us down the river, he sold us down the river to, guess what? A woman who was selling her home and representing herself because she herself was a real estate agent. And, you know, at that time he had told us, don't worry about it, that shouldn't be an issue. And, you know, I find that to be a little bit of psychological warfare because, guys, keep in mind when someone tells you how to feel about something before you make a decision, that's called witchcraft or psychological warfare, however you want to phrase it. They're telling you how to feel and then they tell you, you know, so don't fall for that slick game. If a real estate agent is selling their home, do a check and do a double check. But we did do a double check. We had Lunds Pro, shout out to them for being absolutely a terrible inspection company who our real estate agent recommended. And we paid them one time to do the inspection, and they gave pretty much a good score, a go-ahead, well-rounded, good house. Needless to say, 25 plus K later, it is now a good house. And we're still doing some tweaking things in there. And I'm not talking about just cosmetic issues. These people, this real estate agent who was selling her home, stayed in her home for 20 years and didn't bother to change a light bulb. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, but of course we bought our house during COVID, and I don't know, you can go to TikTok or anything like that and you can see the sheer number of people who have purchased homes during the COVID time, during the FOMO season, when interest rates were at an all-time low in like US history, and everybody's saying how they have a lemon house. People's houses are blowing up, people's houses are dilapidated, people's houses have washed away, like all sorts of things. Now, thank goodness we didn't get that, but we did get something that if we had paid maybe 25K up front to buy the house, we would we would have saved 25K in headache, heartache, and fixing. So there's that. So for those of you out there right now who are looking to make an investment in property or in real estate, my first motherly or good friend, best friend advice is trust no one in real estate. Trust no one in real estate. And if they're a real estate agent, side-eye them 10 times harder. I would say at this point in my life, I put real estate agents up there with lawyers and kind of like just politicians, people who smile on your face and make empty promises and then find ways to screw you over later. So enough about that. After we've settled in and all of that, when I tell you it took a while to settle in, we spent about 7K to move all of our furniture here, to get ourselves here, and we drove here. I had the misfortune of being in a vehicle with my newborn baby and 2 children under the age of 6 outside of my newborn baby, and we took 3 days to drive to Georgia. And if you're thinking about doing that, don't. And so after we got here, it was a huge letdown. It's a funny story. We couldn't even get into the house, you guys. We had to sit here. We didn't have the keys. The keys were because we had to buy out of state, and they didn't mail the keys. So the keys were sitting at the title company, and the title company was closed when we got here. We fell a little bit behind schedule, go figure, driving across country about 2K miles with 3 children. You're not gonna get there in that orderly, timed, stringent fashion. No, so we got here a little late, but we couldn't get in the house. We called our realtor, who at this point we were unaware that we were sold down the river yet, and he was pretty much not helpful, so we had to buy another room over the weekend because it was a Friday when we got here. And we had to wait till the Monday for the title company to open, and finally, you know, you would think, oh, you're excited now, you're gonna open your door, and after you get the key, and no. We were devastated when we came in. One of the stipulations for the house was to have it clean, professionally cleaned. You know, when we come in, we weren't buying a brand new house, so we just wanted it clean. You know, the woman had children, and as a mother of 3 now, I understand she's a mother of 2, and she is a real estate agent, so we just wanted it to be professionally clean before we got in. That wasn't a part of our contract. And when we got in, the house was the filthiest. Like, you would think they took dirt from outside and brought it in just to, you know, I don't know. It was by far one of the worst experiences in purchasing a home, I can say. And, you know, if you are thinking right now of buying out of state, I don't care how far away that state is, get your butt on the plane and go look at the house. Now, yes, COVID is not a thing right now, and people are able to go into the homes. You know, during COVID, like I said, a lot of people were refusing, what do you call it, open houses, or refusing people to come and look at the house. Only the realtors could go in anyways. But hindsight 2020, if you can view it, if you're saying, oh, I don't want to fly out or this, fly out. Put your eyes on it yourself. Now, my husband saved us from the first limit house, which would have been far worse. It would have been so devastating, that one. But the one that we ended up with, we made this house into a home. I don't know how people, especially in the middle class, in the middle class, live the way this person was living, but she has the audacity to call herself a luxury real estate agent and be a part of the GAR Association. What a joke. And what that means is it's smoking mirrors in the buyer beware state, and they have the worst ethics and morals in Georgia, and I can't express that enough. In the real estate agency realm, you know, so if you are going to buy in the South, specifically Georgia, check and double check. Now, as I said before, we had an inspection not once but twice, and even the stuff that they double checked and we asked them, of course we had to pay twice for the inspection, they still okayed it. Thank you, Eric from Lund's Pro. You did a poor job. You did a terrible job. You sold us down the river. And a lot of people are going through this right now. But in a lighter note, we still have a good interest rate. Okay, so in a nutshell, that's what I've been up to for this time I've been MIA. I've been having a baby. I've been packing and moving our entire lives across country and literally fixing an entire house from ground up. So now that we're settled in, we're thinking about changing it up again. But as we all know, interest rates right now are a little sticky, and there's all this chatter in the financial community saying that house prices are going down and just wait it out. Maybe they are going down, but I don't think it's going to last long or be substantial. And I think right now we'll just put a pin in our future plans and go from there. If you liked this video and keeping updated on what's going on, I am going to start a new series I hope I can stick to it. For all my ADHD people out there, you know what I mean. TikTok is telling all the people about themselves. But please, don't feel scared to press that like button. It's free. It's free. And don't forget to subscribe. You can even turn the bell off. I don't have to bother you. Just subscribe. And then also don't be afraid to comment. I want to know, have you gone through this too? Are you looking for a house right now? What is it like looking for a house right now? I looked through COVID. Are you another person who bought during COVID and got had and have a lemon house and had to invest extra money? But let's get real. Even though we invested more, our house appreciation has seen, ironically enough, the same amount of appreciation as the realtor who sold our house had to wait 20 years for the appreciation. We had to wait less than 2. So the equity in our home is still good. I can't cry over spilled milk because this milk is still got it going on. I can make some sour cream out of it and put it on some tacos. But anyways, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for your time. And watch the next video and go back and watch the other one so you can see what having a birth at a midwife center is like. Until then, take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.